If you've ever wondered what the most elegant fragrances are in the whole world, at least in the top 3, then you need to tune into this one. There's some unbelievably elegant and sophisticated fragrances that we're going to talk about today. If you want to find out more, stay tuned for the rest. Bum bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Miles, and this is Aromas by Miles. Thanks for joining me today on our slow dance around the fragrance world. Today we've got a great one. We're going to be exploring the house of Roja Dove, probably the most elegant and sophisticated house anywhere in the world. So come join me. We've got a magnificent 7 Roja fragrances to explore. Take a look at. Stay tuned. So the first one, Roja fragrance I want to talk about today is not that one, is this one, Elysium. And if you've been in the fragrance hobby or in that realm for a while, you know you've probably heard of Elysium. Elysium is an unbelievable fragrance. If, you know, what if you had a fragrance that could smell like pure luxury and still perform incredibly? Well, you just have to look at Elysium. It's pricey for sure, but it's one of the few fragrances out there that I think is really worth the money. It's got grapefruit, lemon, bergamot. There's a little bit of lime in it, some thyme and artesia. Then it goes into the hard notes, into the mids with some black currant, a little bit of apple, lily of the valley. There's some rose in it, and then it finishes up with a little bit of jasmine. You know, the dry down. There's just so many notes in it. Sometimes you just have to forget it and go on. But the dry down is for me more ambergris, leather, and musk. There's a little bit of vetiver there too. It's just a solid, well-blended, well-made fragrance. Bright citrus, aromatic herbs. It's got you know, that crisp fruit, and then the sophisticated those woods kind of bring it up in the background. It's you know, it's an elevated blue fragrance is what it is. Performance-wise, it's moderate projection, but you can expect that with blue fragrances. You'll probably get 6 to 8 hours of wear out of it. Where you could wear it, and anytime where there's a little bit of warmth to it, I think you could wear it in an office setting. It's out, like I say, it's excellent for warm weather, seasons, spring, summer. I don't think it's going to handle the big summer heat in some place like Texas very well, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't put it in your repertoire if you live in some of those southern states. That's just a beautiful, fresh, catchy kind of fragrance. I think if you're going to start out with Roja and it's an investment, then this would be a good one to start with. The compliment factor is really high. It's one of Roja's most, I'd say, accessible fragrances, and it's pretty much loved by all. I don't know anybody who really doesn't like it. You know, who should buy it? Anyone wanting a luxury, fresh, signature scent. Again, it's an investment, but I think it's worth every penny. And that's Elysium by Roja. Okay, kind of keeping in that same freshy vein, I'm going to introduce you to Oceana. And, you know, Oceana has all kinds of millions of notes. It's kind of like a 5-star resort in the Mediterranean, kind of hanging around the pool. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Again, 4 billion notes, lemon, bergamot, some mandarin in the opening, and then it moves into a more of a, how would you say it, more of a floral. It's got ylang ylang and jasmine, a little bit of geranium and violet in the mids. And then it finishes off in the dry down with just a little bit of sandalwood, I think, comes out, but then it heads into that light vanilla musky dry down that is so popular. It's a fantastic fragrance. I don't think, you know, it might be a bar fight on which, if you could only pick one, would you pick Elysium or would you pick Oceana? I think Oceana is a little more beachy, a little more summery. It's fresher marine, sparkling citrus. Then it's got that little creamy wood at the end with that little bit of sandalwood that comes in. I think it's more maybe refined and luxurious than some of the other aquatic fragrances out there. Performance-wise, again, it's a moderate because it's a summer scent. You're never going to get more than 7 hours out of, I think, any of these. But 7 hours is plenty. I mean, all you got to do is put some more on, buy a decant, do something like that. Yeah, I'd say it'd be great for vacations. You know, you could get away with daytime events when it's a little bit warmer. It's not going to hold up under the cold, I don't believe. But you know, spring and summer, I think you're going to be real happy with what you get. You know, again, Oceana is not cheap. None of these Roja fragrances are cheap. But if you want high complement factors and things like that, this house is one of the best in the world. You know, it's got a creamy base to it. It gives it a little bit of depth, which is some difference from a lot of the aquatics out there. Anyone who wants to have a sophisticated luxury aquatic scent should take a look at this. At least get your nose on it. It's not that easy to find. You have to go to some high-end stores to be able to even sample it. But this is Oceana by Roja. I'd take a look at it and see if you want to put it in your collection. We're keeping with these summer scents is Sola Blue. And this is one of my favorite fragrances out there for the summer months, the spring and summer months. It's a tailored linen suit in the Amalfi Coast is what I think one of the things said. Bergamot, lemon, it's got some lime in it, so it keeps it really fresh. There's a little bit of lavender in it. It's not barbershoppy, but it does have a little bit of lavender in it. Then it comes in with that black currant. It's got a little bit of coconut. And true to all the others, it's got jasmine and a little bit of lily of the valley. Then it finishes off, bases out with ambergris, and it's got that leather and musk that are typical of these, certainly these aquatic, more marine fragrances. Yeah, this one pops. At least in my nose it does. It's one that I could see wearing at a pool party or wearing out to the pool or anything that you're outside with. I think it would be an amazing addition to your collection. It's, you know, I just keep saying it's not cheap because it isn't cheap. But, you know, this is just bright citrus. It's got a little bit of creamy tropical undertones to it. You could, I think it's richer than, and maybe more luxurious than Elysium. It's a little bit pricier too. But performance-wise, it's, again, a little bit better than the rest. You know, it's stronger than moderate, if there is such a thing. I think you're going to get maybe 8 hours out of this one, 8 to 10 hours. I don't think you'll get 10. But, you know, this one you can wear luxury travel. This would be a great one to wear on the plane. It's not going to blow anybody out. Summer evenings in the spring and certainly in the summer. This is a gem, a hidden gem, I think. One of my favorites. I wore this yesterday. And I think, I mean, I feel confident with it. You know, you don't get compliments, you're not sure how it works, but I felt confident. There's a high compliment factor to it. I've worn it in the past, and it just, you know, those creamy facets make it just feel really opulent and different from some of the fresh fragrances out there. If you want to find a fragrance that is just pure luxury with maybe a half a step up off of Elysium, then Sola Blue is one to take a look at. Put this one in your collection, or at least get a sniff of it, and I think you're going to be real happy you did. All right, you know this was going to be in there, Enigma, and this has been a controversial fragrance for quite a long time. People either love it or hate it. It's kind of mystery and seduction in a crystal bottle. You know, it's not for everyone. It's got bergamot and some neroli in it. Kind of comes into the mids with a little bit of heliotrope and that jasmine and rose and geranium, you know, that flowery mid is kind of typical of some of the Roja fragrances. It, you know, it's got a million notes to it. The cognac is what I like about it. It brings it into a boozy, kind of a boozy area. It's got a little bit of tobacco in it, which mans it up a little bit. And then you've got vanilla, a little bit of benzoin, and then some creamy woods with the sandalwood. That is a stout offering right there. I mean, that I really do like that. I think most people would. Yeah, it's might be a little bit cutting and a little bit sharp for some people, but that boozy sweetness with that tobacco and that little bit of creamy vanilla just takes it over the top for me. This Enigma is a luxury club fragrance with a little bit of what you call a little bit of depth to it. It's got a strong performance. I mean, depending on the weather you're in, I think that makes a huge difference. You're going to get a solid 8 to 9 hours out of it wear-wise, and it's perfect for date nights. I'm not sure that this is one of those you could wear to the office, but you could push this one into a formal evening, and I would say this is more of a fall scent. Maybe winter, the cold winters, I think you need to move on to something else. But remember, you can wear this shit anywhere you want to wear it. So keep that in mind. This one's not, I don't think, much of a summer fragrance because it does have those sharp edges, and that means it's really going to be a little bit clawing when it's out there. Sorry, I had a little wind breeze come in. This is a high compliment factor all the way. I think you're going to really turn some heads with it and make a statement. And I think mainly it's that cognac accord. It's one of the most realistic booze accords out there with Enigma. So get your nose on it. Do the best you can to find it because it's really hard, but it's one of the most boozy, seductive fragrances out there. Enigma by Roja. All right, we're at a major crossroads here in my presentation here. This is one of the top 2 fragrances that I own. It's also the most expensive fragrance I own. This is Roja's Diaghilev. And I can't say enough about this fragrance. This fragrance is sheer luxury, sheer perfection. It's fine art, you know, it really should hang in a museum. It's got very limited use, but man, when you do get it out in those cooler nights, the cold weather in the winter, this one's going to knock people's socks off. It's got a million notes to it, blended superbly, ingredients, quality are second to none. You know, it's got citrus and aldehydes in the opening. And then it moves into that more floral kind of a mid with some violet, rose, the jasmine, the same DNA as a lot of the other roses. But then it goes into this crazy dry down that's got oak moss, leather, civet in it, and then vanilla. This is just second to none as far as a luxurious fragrance goes. It's a chypre it's a grand chypre that's just extraordinarily complex. And that's what makes it interesting to me. I don't own many chypres, and chypres aren't my favorite type of fragrance, but this one just blows that out of the water. It's luxurious, vintage style. Chypres is probably the best one ever made. Performance-wise, it's extremely strong. You're going to get plus 9 hours, maybe 10 hours or so out of it. It's going to come back close to the skin. And if you get it on your clothes, it's going to be there for a while. This one is definitely reserved for formal occasions. This is not something you're going to wear out to go play basketball or do something like that. It's a collector's fragrance. And the price point is insane. It's, you know, I paid well over $500 for it, probably closer to $600. And this is a fall-winter scent, obviously. But it literally, I just can't say enough about it. It's second to none. You're going to get admired, I think, is the word I would use, and maybe occasionally complimented, because this is a statement piece. It's widely considered one of Roja's complete masterpieces. And you know, if you're going to buy this, you should be able to appreciate artistic perfumery, because this is truly a beast. I'm going to spray it on a strip here, because I haven't smelled it in a little while. Oh, there's $10. Beautiful. Just a beautiful scent. Second to none. That's Roja's Diaghilev. You've got to get your nose on it. Find out how. So the next one I've got for you is Burlington 1819. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Said too much about Diaghilev. Burlington 1819 is an incredible fragrance. It's in honor of the Burlington Arcade in London, where some of the finest perfume shops are in the world. It's sophisticated. It's London, you know, in sparkling citrus and a little bit of rum. It's got all kinds of notes. It's perfectly blended with ingredients that are just top-notch. I'm talking about grapefruit. There's some mint and some mandarin in it that go really, really well. Then it moves into the hard notes, and there's that rum accord that pops in with a little bit of cinnamon, which I just love. And it bases out, it kind of moves into patchouli, a little bit of oak moss, and then it dries into that ambergris. It's just a well-made fragrance that you can get away with wearing because it's got some zesty citrus in it. And there's a little bit of boozy spice and then some woods to it. So you can wear it when there's a little bit more heat in the air. It's sophisticated. It's a fresh, spicy kind of fragrance. Performance, pardon me. Performance, you're going to get about 8 hours out of it, I think, total wear. It's best for business casual maybe, but you can definitely wear this one out around the pool. It's more of a versatile all year round kind of fragrance. But I see it, I see it all seasons. Maybe in the heat of the summer, it's not gonna push out enough to, or it's gonna push out too much, I should say. Be a little bit sharp. I mean, I can't really see this in the dead of winter, but like I say, and like we all know, excuse me, you can wear this anytime you want. This is Burlington, 1819. I found this to be a very high compliment factor. I would totally recommend this if you had some money to spend, because you're not going to find a rum and a ginger fragrance that gives you that citrus opening with that little bit of, it's got a kind of a distinctive twist to it. Anyone who wants to, highly wearable luxury fragrance, this would be a good one. You'll get a lot of wear out of this. There's a lot of versatility in it. And that's Burlington 1819. Check it out. Okay, the last one I have for you is Apex. And this is the last one. This is my latest buy from Roja. It smells like confidence. It's kind of wilderness. It's really got some masculine energy to it. And I don't know why I waited to buy it, because I really, really like it. Bergamot, lemon, some mandarin. Then it moves into a little bit of cypress and some jasmine in the mids. But I like the dry down. The dry down comes in with a little bit of tobacco and leather and some fir balsam. So it gives you a little bit of a woody note that I think gives it that masculine edge. It's green woods, some smoky resins. It's just kind of rugged masculinity, if you will. I'm very pleased with this purchase. Poking myself in the eye here. I mean, this is just a masculine luxury fragrance. It's sort of, it's definitely an outdoor inspired kind of fragrance, and maybe that's where you get all the masculinity from it, is that strong projection of woods and that outdoor feel. You're going to get 8 to 9 hours out of it. It's an outdoor fragrance. I don't think it's going to hold up well in the summer, but certainly when you're out in the polo fields or wherever the hell you are, I think you're going to be happy with it. Fall, winter, but I think you can wear it early spring maybe, where you're still getting a little bit of heat, and I think you're going to be real, real happy with it. High compliment factor, but it's not one that's going to pop people in the face, so maybe you don't get a whole lot of compliments out of it, but it kind of evokes power, and there's a little bit of apex predator, and maybe that's what they meant when they named it Apex. I don't know, but that's our top 7. That's the Magnificent 7. Anybody wants to buy Roja fragrances, you know how much they are, you know how much the investment is, but you invest in quality, and you're not going to get anything like it. So, thanks for joining me on Aromas by Miles. I'm Miles, and remember to like and subscribe to the channel, because it all goes for a good cause. Medic Outpost Nonprofit. Stay safe. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.